Welcome back to the historic Eel Tank, Eminence High School, Eminence, Indiana, about 25 miles west of Indianapolis International Airport. It is a throwback facility, and we are so very thankful that there are still places like this where Indiana high school basketball is contested. Mark Janes, Lance Shive, set to take you through 4 quarters and maybe more of boys high school basketball. South Putnam's already won the first half of this doubleheader. The girls that open up the night with a 6 o'clock tip-off, and now the nightcap, the 1-9 Eminence Eels, the South Putnam Eagles with a record of 6-5, and plenty of storylines in this ball game. Most notably, the fact that head coach Kevin Bradshaw of Eminence and head coach Kyle Swafford of South Putnam are once together at Monrovia.
It's always great to coach against friends. It's one of those things, you know each other, so I love seeing the cat and mouse back and forth of he likes to do this in these scenarios, and then how do you react to him knowing that that's what we'd like to be able to do. But it should be a fun night, a very entertaining night for our fans.
As we mentioned, Kyle Swafford is the 4th coach in 4 years for South Putnam, and it took a while for everyone to get acclimated, but get acclimated they have. They've crawled above 500 now. They're at 6-5 of the season. A win earlier this week you saw right here on Endeavor Communications and the ISC Sports Network. They picked up a huge win over Cascade.
Great job, and Kyle's team battled back from being down early, didn't give up, had a huge third quarter, and was able to close out against a very good Cascade team.
And as far as Kevin Bradshaw, finally has things going in the right direction. Went winless his first season. He lost the first 8 games, and he picked up his first career win as a head coach here at Eminence. Got the program's first win this season with a win 65-56 over Medora. Hung around against a pretty good Clay City team, so they're looking to finish strong here in the second half with some big conference games coming up.
The conference really is what you shoot for until the tournament, and so I think Kevin feels good about where his team is. He's very positive. When we talk to him this week, he understands the importance of this game. Kyle understands he wants to build momentum, and a big win against Cascade. Now can they stack those wins together?
We mentioned the fact they were together once upon a time, and you mentioned how enjoyable it is. It's also tough going against someone who knows what you do and how you do it.
It is, because you got emotions on both sides, and again, I always felt better after the game, but I just enjoyed it because I knew that my friend or the foe that we're against is going to expose what we're doing poorly, and always made me feel like I had to do a lot more to be prepared for games against friends.
Well, it's going to be interesting to watch this one unfold for sure with all of these coaches and with all of these coaches know about one another. We have a great crowd here at the Eel Tank tonight, and before we meet the starting lineups, we need to take a break and come back. Starting lineups, keys to the game, and first quarter action when we come back to Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa, from last to fast, and wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Well, they do it upright for sure. You heard the closing of our national anthem with this fabulous light show that's part of the pregame festivities here at Eminence High School. If you're running now the starting lineups, first of all, for the visiting South Putnam Eagles, they'll have Drew Hill and Cam Bozell, and then Austin Branham, Wyatt Mullen, and Zach Dorset. Mullen inserted into the starting lineup tonight in favor of Jeremy Hiblin. Hiblin will not play, tweaked his knee, had 20 points in that win over Cascade. They're going to miss his scoring tonight.
Well, Hiblin has just done a great job as a senior. Hate to see anybody get hurt, especially a senior. Anxious to see how Kyle Swafford gets his team just to play together, not do too much in the place of Hiblin.
Wyatt Mullen is the guy that gave him some good minutes Tuesday night against Cascade. Drew Hill is their do-everything guy, though. I mean, 16 points and 5 rebounds per contest, 81% free throw shooter. Bozell was 6 points and 6 rebounds, and a little over 4 points for Austin Branham. Kyle Swafford in his first season with a record of 6-5, and in his 7th season as a head coach, that was after being the girls' head coach at Monrovia when he won 2 sectionals. He won 1 sectional at Monrovia, spent a year at Southridge last year, now is at South Putnam, and he's closing in on 100 career victories. Now the starting lineup for the Eminence Eels and Kevin Bradshaw. They will start Dylan Barnett, who's a 5'9" senior, wears number 11. He's joined by Aiden Ray. Ray averages just over 7 points per contest. Evan Keaton is the guy they're going to look to provide the brunt of their scoring. He's a 64% free throw shooter, but averages 15 points per contest. Hayden Holly, he's Mr. Do-Everything for them, the Swiss Army knife, if you will, about 9 points and 9 rebounds. He has 6 blocks on the season. And then Joel Mobley rounds out the starting lineup at 6.7 points per contest. He averages 4 rebounds as well. As we mentioned, Kevin Bradshaw in his 2nd season with a record of 1-29. Picked up a win recently over Medora. The Eminence Eels with a record of 1-9 coming into play tonight. Starting lineups brought to you by Aaron Pittman and virtual announcer. Make your game day experience the absolute best by hiring Aaron. And if he can't be there, he will be your virtual announcer. And that's for any sport, not just hoops. Find out more and just how affordable it could be at Virtual Announce on social or by call 317-800-0612. Congratulations to our officials for all they do throughout the course of this season. Herb Thiel, Jeff Williams, and Anthony Randall will be on the call tonight. They are the outstanding officiating crew. And now here's Coach Shive with his keys to tonight's matchup.
Anxious to see how the defense on both ends works. Both teams want to turn you over. Taking care of the football is going to be paramount. And then, what can you do once you get the ball
Taking
in
care
your
of the
hand?
what? Football.
Did I say football?
You did. Well, I said Danica Patrick twice in the first game. So
sorry about that. Taking care of the ball, excuse me.
And then what do you know about taking care of the football anyway?
I know, I agree. And then that transition offense is going to be a huge one tonight on getting the ball in the hoop.
All right, so 1st and 10. South Putnam at the 20 after the touchback. Tap this up, and it is controlled by the South Putnam Eagles. In the road red, trimmed in blue, and the Eminence Eels are in the home white. Bozell will handle a lot of the offense in terms of directing traffic. Drew Hill, he'll go inside, he'll go out. I mean, he is long and lean and will get to the bucket and really finds a small opening and has a way to get to the rack.
Well, I like what Drew Hill did there. Again, he's moving well without the ball, was able to rub his defender off, starts the game. Again, watch him here again. He just creates a little bit of separation, causes the foul there by Aiden Ray, and is at the line trying to convert on a second free throw.
Well, he picked up 2 quick ones in the first quarter, and they got down 19-9 as a result. And it was Jeremiah Hiblin, who they will be without tonight in the second quarter, who got them to come storming back and closed it within 5 at halftime, and then both of them went to work in the third quarter. Transition opportunity for Eminence. They finally pick up the loose ball and promptly throw it away. In transition, Wyatt Mullen. An errant pass to Drew Hill, controlled by the Eminence Eels. Aiden Ray, the senior, been contributing a long time here at Eminence for sure. Dylan Barnett is their point guard. Patient offensive set. Ball loose on the floor. Scramble for it. Finally tied up, and it'll stay on that end of the floor.
Movement without the ball, finding ways to create some separation and space. It's going to be a big challenge tonight for Eminence, only averaging 46 points a game coming into it. And so, again, they need to hit that and exceed it just by a little bit. If they do that, I think it should be a great game.
Early 2-0 lead for South Putnam. Trying to sweep the night after the girls beat Eminence. One too many passes. Probably would have been a good idea for Hayden Holly to go strong to the rack there, but Dylan Barnett comes up with a steal. Flips it over to Hayden Holly, and he redeems himself with his first two.
Nice job of being unselfish there by the Eels, and we got ourselves a tie ball game.
Wyatt Mullen runs the point. Late addition to the starting lineup after Hiblin was deemed unavailable. Pressure comes, Dorset to Drew Hill. Deep three for Drew Hill, no. Rebound fought for, controlled by Eminence. Good position by Evan Keaton.
Nice job by Evan Keaton, 6'3" senior. Again, he's a great instinctive ability to go track the ball down.
Good look down low to Aiden Ray. Ball knocked away. Comes South Putnam in transition. Gambozel. Branham directing traffic now from the right wing. Drew Hill. Step back three. Yes, and one. That's what he does.
Very calm, very poised. Great job of finding Drew Hill. Again, nice cut underneath the basket. Again, great job from behind the arc. Gets fouled. Second foul on Ray. And a chance for Drew Hill to get to his 6th point.
Kevin Bradshaw rarely goes too deep into his bench. Cole Webb is the guy that he said we will see the most tonight. So, Drew Hill with 5. Check that 6. And he leads 6-2.
You knew that Drew Hill, you saw them earlier this week. Drew Hill's a very good player. Does a lot of things on defense as well as offense, and just as a great leader for Kyle Swafford's Eagles.
Barnett had a good look at the other end, couldn't get it to fall. Same for Drew Hill in transition. Barnett, good look down low, and the finish. Good look to Joel Mobley.
Great job by Barnett of finding Mobley, and great job of finishing by Joel.
Errant pass. They were looking for Hill skipping across the baseline, and Hayden Holly intercepted it. He has it now right of the circle. Webb with pressure. Good drive, gets shut off, gets his own rebound, and puts it back up, throws it up a little short. Good pressure by Barnett. Hill in transition, stop and go, and a foul. Finds that other gear.
That hesitation, and that just, it's so hard, you know, as a defensive player, when you see the guy raise up for hesitation, move your feet, open your hips up, and beat him to the point, because he's not going to pull up. He's trying to get you to break your rhythm.
Deep three, no. Long rebound's going to fall harmlessly out of bounds and go back to Eminence. 6-4 your score. 3 team fouls, by the way, on the Eminence Eels. I think Kyle Swafford is not necessarily pleased with how things are progressing offensively for his ball club, so he wants to take a quick 30-second timeout. In the meantime, we'll tell you Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at www.endeavor.com for more information. All of our coaches wanted to make sure that we thank the folks at Endeavor Communications and ISC Sports, including the administration here at Eminence, for making these shows possible and giving us a chance to showcase these outstanding student athletes.
They're very thankful. They're very appreciative in general, just because, again, I just love the idea that we've got a great crowd, but yet if you chose to stay home and you're a fan of either one of these programs, you're going to have a great night of basketball.
This one's off to a good start for both ball clubs. South Putnam's going to pick up the pressure a little bit. Nice recovery and a good finish by Cole Webb. Kevin Bradsell's going to like the fact that he gets scoring off the bench because that doesn't happen very often for him.
Great job by the senior. He comes in averaging 3 points a game, has his first 2 of the game.
Hill gets a screen on the give and go. Dorsett gets hammered.
Goes Evan Keaton, 6'3" senior, on the foul.
That's the 4th team foul. We are tied at 6. Zach Dorsett averages 4 points per contest. He's a screener, space eater. Will get some rebounds.
Shooting 31% from the free throw line, so that's a big point and big get there for Kyle Swafford.
He didn't look like it there, did he?
No, he didn't.
His first 2 points, back to a 2-point lead for South Putnam. Some pressure. Eminence breaks it. Keaton looks for some help, finds it. Good ball reversal. Baseline from 16, 4 points, just like that for Cole Webb.
Well, Webb says this is an easy game. Comes in averaging 3 again, knocks down his second 2-pointer of the game, but made that look very simple.
Huge when you catch and shoot in rhythm.
Yes.
Mullen. 3-pointer, no. Rebound fought for, battled for, loose on the floor. Nice save into the hands of Barnett. Quickly in transition, stolen away by Drew Hill. Nice crossover, splits the D, finger roll, no. Rebound, thrown up weak side, no. Dorsett too far underneath the bucket. Ball saved in bounds into the hands of Eminence, and they're in a double team. Barnett's able to dribble out of it.
Nice pass.
Good opportunity in transition, and the denial by Dorsett. Gives the ball to Eminence. Wholesale substitutions for Kyle Swafford. Wyatt Switzer comes into the ball game. Fisher Jones and Griffith Gardner. Quick lob in, strong move to the bucket. The easy 2 is there for Hayden Holly. Good look for them on the inbounds. Makes it a 10-8 affair at a 2-point lead for Eminence. Travel. Gotta put the ball on the floor first.
That was the 4th turnover so far by the Eagles. The Eels have committed 5. I really like the senior Dylan Barnett. He sees the floor well. He's done a great job of distributing the ball to his fellow teammates.
Spins away from the pressure. Keaton, nice entry pass and a foul from behind. Put that one on Drew Hill.
Drew Hill was just about a step late there. Tried to get around the body. Thought he got it clean. Looks like he got part of the arm that time.
Again, the lob on the inbounds, and again a foul, and that's on Drew Hill. And this is just the issue that he found himself in a couple of nights ago against Cascade. The difference being Jeremiah Hiblin is not available to pick up the slack tonight.
That's 2 on him.
Actually, no, they give that to Branham. That's a big, big break for South Putnam because Drew Hill had convinced himself that it was on him.
I thought it was too, so that's a sigh of relief from Kyle Swafford.
Very patient offensive set. Good, strong move to the bucket and one. Evan Keaton with the finish.
great job of getting the defender on his hip and then using his length and size to finish at the rim.
Well, the one thing that has been a hallmark of this program, just like the South Putnam program, hey, I don't think any of their coaches in their history would disagree that, you know, on those rare occasions, they're going to get really, I mean, an elite-type player, but by and large, they're going to get kids that work hard and do what you tell them to do the way you tell them to do it, and that's a formula for success.
It is, and that's something that I think Kevin Bradshaw understands and is really happy about.
That's a good one-on-one move by Austin Branham. He pulls up from about 12 and gets his first two, cuts the lead to 3 with a minute and a half remaining and a long foul away from the bucket. I think that one will be on Drew Hill. I mean, there is an issue with court awareness that one must have. And in that situation, you're a long, long way from the bucket, and that player is a long, long way from doing any damage offensively.
You got to just understand the basketball IQ, just understanding how valuable you are, especially tonight with Hiblin out. You can't afford to get in foul trouble again, because now I'm not sure where Kyle Swafford is going to find that scoring, and that plays in right into what Kevin Bradshaw was hoping for.
Cam Boza will come in and spell him, and my guess is it will probably be maybe a minute and a half, 2 left in the half before you might see Drew Hill again, if at all.
I'm not sure I'd see him. Unless the score gets out of hand, I would sit him as long as I could.
Next man up, huh? And it looks like it might be Austin Branham, because he now has 4. He scored 4 straight for his ball club, and he's cut the lead down to 1 at 13-12.
And he looked very comfortable in both of those shots he's knocked down. Nice play.
Threw it up a little too strong. Keaton had a point-blank look, and the ball knocked away in transition. Last touch by Eminence with 45 seconds left. Officials talk it over, and they are going to give the ball back to Eminence.
Okay, that's what good crews do. They communicate, and if one sees something different, explains it, and then you go with what you feel like was the right call.
Under a minute to play in the quarter, and a foul. The foul starting to mount on South Putnam. That's the 15th foul. Combined cutting-edge technology with old-school work ethic to make your game better at the Hoosier Shooting Academy, located on the southeast side, just off 465 and Brookville Road. Always open online at HoosierShooting.net. Second foul, by the way, on Griffin Gardner of South Putnam. A lob on the inbounds comes into the hands of Hayden Holly, and he leads the way with 6 points now. Back to a 3-point lead at 15-12 for the Eminence Eels.
Hayden using that 6'4" frame and just rising above has really made it look pretty easy early on.
Three-pointer, Fisher-Jones, how about that? Kyle Swafford will take that, ties it at 15 with 17 seconds left. And he is not letting up with the full court pressure. Barnett in transition, drives the paint, kicks it to the baseline. Shot from 15 is too strong. Clock down to 4 in transition. Here comes Gardner. Top of the key. Yes, three-pointer at the buzzer is good. And how about Griffin Gardner? Kyle Swafford needed some scoring in other places. He gets 3 from Gardner, 3 from Jones, and 4 from Branham with Drew Hill in foul trouble. 3-point lead, 18-15. Second quarter action when we come back. Endeavor Communications and the ISC Sports Network.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Well, Kevin Bradshaw said he's wanted to be head coach for a long time and finally got the opportunity here at Eminence. And I think everyone is happy with him, and he's certainly found a home here.
Kevin has earned that. He's been assistant and been very loyal to those he's worked for, and still teaches over in Mooresville and coaches here.
Foul underneath the bucket. That's going to go on the Eminence Eels. Joe Mobley picks up his first personal. That's the 5th on the team. Fisher Jones to trigger it in. Nice turnaround jumper, no good. Good positioning, good rebound, pulled away by Switzer. Branham can't get it to fall, and a foul will send the ball back the other way.
It's going to go on Fisher Jones, I believe, over the back.
His first, team 6th.
Full court pressure here again. I like what Kyle Swafford's done with that. Just kind of, again, creates that opportunity for a turnover, and there we go, the 7th of the game for Eminence.
They just haven't been able to find offensive rhythm in the last few possessions because of that pressure. Fisher Jones, entry pass. Nice turnaround left-handed move, came up a little short by Griffin Gardner. In transition, it goes back to the Eminence Eels. Barnett looks baseline right. Keaton entertained thoughts of launching that 3, and Barnett will reset the offense. 7-minute mark of quarter number 2.
I like the patience of what Kevin Bradshaw and his Eels are doing here. Just can't keep turning the ball over at this pace.
Well, got a lucky bounce there, and it ended up in the hands of Barnett when the ball was knocked away. So they'll reset now. It's facing a little stronger defensive pressure and going over the back and committing the foul is Griffin Gardner. That is his 2nd, and that pops Dorsett off the bench in a hurry.
Might be his 3rd.
It is his 3rd.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for Kyle Swafford. You know, again, when you're already down Hiblin, you got to make sure your main key players stay out of foul trouble. And Gardner has 3, and Drew Hill's got 2, and so that makes Kyle Swafford go even deeper into that bench.
7th team foul, which will send Hayden Holly to the free throw line for 1 and the bonus. And they will be in that for the rest of the way.
Hayden comes in 62% from the line, not able to do it.
Rebound and a foul. Got to credit Evan Keaton for slipping between 2 South Putnam Eagles. Kyle Swafford hands over his head in frustration at the second chance opportunity for South Putnam, or for Eminence, we should say.
Great hustle by Evan Keaton. Give himself a chance to free throws.
In the act of shooting, so he gets 2 shots. And if you're Kevin Bradshaw, you need to take full advantage of these opportunities at the free throw line. And they finally do. 4 points for Evan Keaton, 2-point lead for South Putnam, 18-16.
Nice.
Threw it up too strong. Dorsett, little out of position, too far underneath the bucket, tried to keep it alive and couldn't. 3-pointer, back the other way, too strong. Weak side rebound comes down into the hands of the South Putnam Eagles. 6-minute mark, 2-point lead.
See how patient, nice job.
Little running one-hander, won't fall. Dorsett battles for the rebound, and he was on the out-of-bounds line when he touched it last.
Okay, both teams right now, they're battling. I love what the full pressure by South Putnam causes the 8th turnover of the game for Eminence.
That is entirely too many for any coach.
No, especially this early. We're not even halfway through the second quarter.
Branham's given them 4 points, which they badly need with Drew Hill on the bench and Hiblin unavailable. And how about that 3?
Wyatt Switzer
5-point lead now, 21-16.
comes in averaging 3 points a game. Is that his average?
Great positioning on the weak side rebound by Joel Mobley, and he'll be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
That's Fisher's third.
9th team foul.
I'm not sure how much deeper that Kyle Swafford going to his bench right now.
He's going to be tested, that's for sure.
Goodness gracious.
Free throw is good. Mobley with 3. Had a bucket the first quarter. That one's good and well.
Comes in shooting 48%. Didn't look like it from the line that time.
Cuts the lead to 3, 21-18, approaching the 5-minute mark. Branham spins away from traffic,
Nice.
little head and shoulders fake, and threw it up. He's had 2 open looks from about 6 feet away and hasn't been able to finish. Well, using that white square up there is a lost art, is it not?
It is.
Nice look and the finish. Threw it up too strong, gets his own rebound, and a good effort by Hayden Holly. And it's going to go out of bounds and back to South Putnam. That's a tough, empty possession for Eminence.
Eminence 2 point-blank range shots. Were not able to knock it down. But if I'm Kevin Bradshaw, I'm happy. My kids are attacking. They're playing hard. And I think good things happen when those things happen.
Well, you're staying within one possession.
Yeah, you are.
3. Again. Back-to-back threes in this quarter. Gives him 6 points for the ball game, Wyatt Switzer, and it's a 24-18 score. A timeout on the floor. Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at www.endeavor.com for more information.
Kyle Swafford has to be thrilled with Switzer there. Second 3 of the game. Comes in again, shooting only 33% from the three, those are his first 2 threes of the year made on my account.
So he told me this week that with the injury to Hiblin, next man up. So between Gardner and Switzer, he's gotten 3 threes and 9 points.
And it couldn't have come at a better time with Drew Hill on the bench. If you'd have told Kyle Swafford before the game, here's how it's going to play out, and these are the guys that are going to be scoring, I think he would have taken that and run.
And Fisher Jones gave them a 3 earlier, and he now has 3 fouls.
So the ability to play defense without fouling is going to be paramount for South Putnam moving forward.
Dylan Barnett will gobble it up and walk it across the timeline. Again, South Putnam's full court pressure. Off-made baskets has given Eminence some issues and has led to almost double-digit turnovers in this half.
They really, South Putnam's done a great job of extending Eminence out.
Holly to Barnett. Barnett has it knocked away. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Eminence.
Good hands that time. Enjoyed watching Brandon play there, but nice job. Thought he might have got the turnover.
Lob in to Holly. Reset the offense to Barnett at the 4-minute mark.
I still think the slower pace favors Eminence. Great job there by Barnett.
Running 5-footer by Barnett cuts the lead to 4, 24-20. Branham and Bozell taking a look. Pulling up. Shot from 16 by Fisher Jones is a no-go. South Putnam works on a second opportunity.
Bozell, great look, just wasn't able to thread the needle, but super look.
He's the trigger man, and he'll flip it in deep to Branham. Branham sees the lane open up, throw it up from 6, and just cannot get it to fall. But they get a second opportunity now. Fisher Jones with the basketball. Flings it around. 3-pointer, no. Rebound controlled by South Putnam. Misfire by Cam Bozell. In transition, ball knocked away by Fisher Jones, but Eminence will maintain possession with 3 minutes to go in the half.
I think Kevin Bradshaw has to be thrilled here now. Again, Kyle Swafford just trying to get to halftime with so much foul trouble. But if you're Kevin Bradshaw, you're happy because you're right there. And again, when you're 1-9, you play it by quarter. And right now his team is competing.
Hayden Holly with a lob on the inbounds, threw it up just a little bit too strong. He might have got whacked in the nose there. He's kind of clearing the cobwebs a bit, as Eminence will get another chance. They trail by 4 with 3 minutes to go in the half. Barnett looking in the direction of Mobley, who's posted up. He dribbles into a double team, kicks it right back out for a 3. No. Long rebound, chased down, controlled by South Putnam.
Nice job by Switzer with the rebound there, chasing it down.
Fisher Jones in transition. He thought about it from the top of the key. Like the way Branham's attacking the zone. He's had a couple of good looks, but not been able to get the finish.
I agree. He has done a great job of knifing through. Whoa, that one's airmailed.
He into the band, as a matter of fact, by Moselle, and stays at a 4-point advantage, approaching the 2-minute mark.
9th turnover of the game by the Eels. If you're Kevin Bradshaw, that's really been the bugaboo all game, because the kids, I think, are competing, playing hard. And so now it looks like they're going to go straight man-to-man with South Putnam here.
Foul out high.
It's 4 on Fisher.
Wow.
One thing I can think of is Fisher's is in the spot of Drew Hill, and just going to play him out the rest of the half.
Going to be huge for Kyle Swafford to be able to maintain that 4-point lead with Drew Hill on the bench. And those 2 fouls. Barnett with 3 now as he's good on the free throw. Curious decision to bring Drew Hill back at this point.
Well, we'll see if time on the bench will get Drew to just play a little more heads up. Again, I like his aggressiveness, but just kind of be smart with it.
Barnett misses the back half, so the lead is 3 now at 24-21, 2-minute mark. Mullen, Hill trying to fight through a couple of screens, and we've got a foul. As I'll tell you what, I like the way Branham, he is not afraid to go to the rack.
Oh, I've enjoyed watching him play. I just think again 5'8" senior, he's played with great poise. And I just like his presence around there, and up to this point, his 4 points have been valuable.
A little moisture on the floor needs to be wiped up, and on the basketball too. Again, Herb Teal, Jeff Williams, Anthony Randall, your officiating crew tonight. Great job by them so far. Big push by the IHSAA to get young people involved in officiating. Great way to stay involved with the game, folks.
Absolutely. We've got more and more schools now that are offering it as part of their just an elective, and I just like what the ICSAA's done with trying to just grab more awareness for kids, but it's a really good way to give back.
Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Mullen. Boy, Branham likes drawing that double team, triple team, kicking it out. Hill fights for the rebound, gathers it in, steps on the out of bounds line, and it'll go that way.
If you told Kevin Bradshaw you're going to be minute 30 to go in this first half and you'd be down 3 with the ball, he would have taken that.
Barnett launches a 3, and I don't think that's the shot Kevin Bradshaw's looking for in that situation.
I don't think so either. I mean, I like it, the idea that he's got the green light, he being Barnett, shooting just 20% from behind the arc.
And that's a great call. They walk to the basketball.
Kyle Swafford, look at him, shaking his head. Yep, you did.
I mean, he took the pass and he took 2 steps
Yes.
before he put the ball on the floor.
The best part is when you act surprised, and I get it.
I don't think he realized he did it.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he was somewhere else, clearly. Pressure being put on by South Putnam out at the 1 minute mark. They've got a 3-point lead. Barnett draws a double team, tries to make the entry pass. It's knocked away, controlled by South Putnam. Here they come in transition. Strong move to the bucket and a foul right into our lap. Wyatt Mullen with a strong move to the hoop.
Great job by Mullen of just going at the defense, causing them to foul. Now Mullen, 67% free throw shooter, tries to extend the lead for the Eagles.
It's 3 now. Wyatt Switzer getting ready to check back in. Does everything but go in. Bozell comes to the sidelines now. Did not score in the first half. Under a minute to play. Second free throw is up, and that one is good by Wyatt Mullen. His first point of the ball game, 4-point lead, 25-21. In transition, they get the ball down low to Mobley, and it's held up, and on the alternating possession rule.
Bigs out there, keep the ball above your head. Again, don't bring it down to your waist. You got a size advantage, use it.
Lob into Holly. They've had some success with that.
Yes.
He's not able to finish it off that time. Webb, nice move to the bucket, and he can't get it to fall, but he goes to the line. I like what he's done for them off the bench tonight.
Webb has been really good. I've been really impressed in general. Again, a senior, 4 points, attacking the rim. Again, that's Switzer's first foul then too.
Kevin Bradshaw's got to be happy with a balanced attack tonight as he misses the free throw. I mean, Barnett's got 3, Keaton with 4, Holly with 6, Mobley with 4, Webb with 4.
5 people have scored, and that normally is a great balance.
Made a big difference for South Putnam in that girls game,
Yes, it did.
which they won, by the way. 5 points for Webb, 3-point lead, 25-22, and Eminence continues to hang around. I mean, when Branham has the basketball, he's going to try to find a way to get to the bucket, and you're either going to have to double team him or foul him.
He's got such great quickness, such great lateral movement that really puts you at a disadvantage. I just like the way he plays.
26 seconds left, misses the free throw. Dorsett tries to fight for the rebound, but Keaton says, I'll take it. Barnett in transition now with 20 seconds left. Barnett launches a 3 and got it to fall. Dylan Barnett with 6, ties it at 25. Hill in transition, wants a screen, trying to create top of the key. Splits the defense, throws it up off the glass, no. Dorset fights for the rebound. Branham throws it up at the buzzer and got it to fall. Austin Branham with 6 points, including a 2-pointer at the buzzer, and he gives South Putnam a 27-25 lead at halftime. But this is a good old good one brewing here at the Eel Tank. Scott Young offers a wide range of products and services that can help clients get the stability they need to face life surprises. Scott will work in sync with his clients to uncover their financial goals, review the state of your financial health, and identify strategies to guide you up and down the financial mountain. You can email Scott today at syoung@onemidwestfp.com. Our halftime show when we come back.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Welcome back at halftime here at the Eel Tank, the Endeavor Communications halftime show. And ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my honor to have the High Sheriff of Morgan County as our guest here, a proud graduate of Eminence High School, a longtime public information officer and a public servant with the Indiana State Police. But I'll remember him as joining me on one of the worst slow-pitch softball teams ever assembled at Centerbrook Drive-In Softball Park back in the early 1980s. And I would guess the only positive out of all of that is the friendship that's developed since. Rich Myers, thanks for being here with us.
Mark, thank you so much. Thank you for bringing back those hideous memories of us being out there on the field and causing other teams to look oh so good.
Well, you and I talked earlier today when I asked you to join us, and, I told Lance Scheib, I said, they wouldn't have to twist my arm a lot to get me to come out here and do these basketball games. And this is a guy that's Monrovia grad saying
right.
that.
Yeah.
But, my thing is this is literally, to me, it's a living museum. And I think it's just a reminder of a better time in history for all of us when you come into this gym.
This is what I refer to as a Hoosier hysteria. And you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
When you come to these small town Friday night fights, Friday night lights of the Eminence basketball or your small town basketballs, just Friday night basketball, and you can see the public out here having a good time, interacting with each other, socializing, and having that back to the basic things that we like to have. And it's just so fun to see everybody that you haven't seen all year and to have this camaraderie. And then with these games that we've enjoyed tonight, these have been really good games.
Everybody called everybody by name. There was a line to get in the bathroom. Guys are saying, hey, this looks like a sectional game or something like that. I mean, you're serving chili in the lobby as a fundraiser, and concessions are going. You can smell the popcorn and everything. You said with the conference that your kids are playing in here at Eminence, you get to see some great gyms throughout your greater Indianapolis conference.
We have, and I was talking to you about that earlier today when we were doing this. We've been to some schools in Indianapolis where you got the banners hanging up for all the old players that were there from Washington High School and down southern Indiana, when you go in and you see the wooden bleachers and the upstairs and all the smell of the old gyms, and that wooden floor, it just brings you back flood memories of the movie Hoosiers, and it's something that I totally enjoy. And then to see these girls and boys out here giving what they've gotten and all of it to give us a game to watch.
I know once upon a time you used to join me in my purchase on a regular basis around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with me on the IMS radio network, and you with the Indiana State Police when you were out there helping keeping people safe. And I know over the years I've gotten to see through pictures on your phone, I've watched your daughter grow up. I know you'll get a kick out of this being a race fan with that name of Danica. This is the truth, and when you go back and watch the game, you get a kick out of it. I believe the first 3 times she touched the ball and she scored, I actually did refer to her as Danica Patrick.
Well, I'm hoping she's bringing home that same paycheck.
That's right.
But yeah, it was kind of a name that we chose after Danica. Totally, I wanted some speed out of her. Thought it was something different. Not a lot of Danicas out there, so we done that. And she's referred too much around here a lot as Dan or Dan. So she's kind of got the nickname here. But she's having the time of her life with basketball. She eats, breathes, and drinks basketball. But this is a great atmosphere. And what these coaches have done with this program this year has been nothing but great.
Well, first-year head coach, and he talked about it, that it took them a while to get to know one another. And, that was indicated by the 4 losses that they had. But, I mean, before tonight's loss, you had to go all the way back to December 21st when they lost to Monrovia. And I think one of the things that perhaps allowed them to get on board with him and stay on board with him is one of the things that I think is so beneficial about a place like Eminence is that, I see Saucerman, I see Myers there. I mean, 2nd, 3rd, sometimes 4th generation kids. I mean, these kids have literally grown up together.
This team since Danica started in 5th grade playing up through here, all these kids have been together pretty much that you see out there, minus 1 or 2. But they're in for the long haul. Hopefully we'll have them back next year again. They keep getting stronger because, like you said, after many years you kind of read. You know where that person's going to go, how they're going to react when you throw them the ball, and what they're going to do. And with the new tutelage, the girls are all excited with this coaching staff. So hopefully they'll bounce back off of this one. It was a tough loss, but a great game with a great South Putt school. And we are looking forward to the sectionals in the conference.
Yeah, we draw sectionals on Sunday. It's hard to believe how fast this season's
gonna be
gone
here.
by. That's right.
They're gonna be here.
We saw one of your officers here handling security tonight. I know in my capacity as an educator at Monrovia High School, we have safety officers in our building from your department. Want to talk a little business with you. I think that your department is one of those that if you watch Indianapolis media, you see schools wringing their hands saying, where are we going to come up with the money? Where are we going to come up with the funding? We need to add safety officers. That's been going on in Morgan County for quite some time now.
It has been, and as a matter of fact, it was one of my big priorities when I came into this office is that I wanted some deputies on board. If the school wanted them, we're going to have them there because I think that's a very big deterrent to anything that can come to your schools. If you have that marked car sitting out there, if you have that deputy inside, and not only does it deter anything bad coming in, but if God forbid something does happen, you're there on spot to take care of that incident. And you know as well as I do with Monrovia being out in the rural area, Eminence especially being out in the rural area, anybody to respond is going to be a little bit. So we need that person there and be able to react and to know the administrators before them.
How beneficial do you think? I mean, I get the law enforcement angle of it and a natural transition, if you will, from the Indiana State Police to being a sheriff. A lot of guys have done that over the years. But I'm going to guess that a big element, I think, for you, beneficial in that transition, was your experience as a public information officer before you took that job as sheriff.
Yeah, it has. It's helped out tremendously. I've had a lot of good contacts throughout the state, being with the state police, and had a lot of good contacts to be able to rely on, to back up on. And through the sheriffs also, being here in Morgan County all my life, so knowing all the previous sheriffs for the last 3 or 4 sheriffs, you know, from Charlie Beaver on up, Paul Mason, God rest his soul, we just buried that man, 91 years old, as our sheriff. So, yeah, having those contacts, knowing that, being around here has paid great dividends in my career here.
Well, I'm happy for you, very proud of you, and really thank you for taking the time to visit with us. Congratulations to your family for your daughter's success, and I know there's more success to come for you and the folks here at Eminence, and be safe, and thanks for serving the community in the manner which you and your department do.
Well, Mark, I appreciate you having me. I enjoy your friendship and I enjoy listening to you every May out there at IMS, and looking forward to that here.
Sheriff from Morgan County, Rich Myers, our guest. Lance Scheib rejoins us after this. We are at halftime with South Putnam leading Eminence 27-25.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
This is Phone Solutions with Endeavor Communications, more than a phone system. Endeavor offers a hosted unified communication solution that gives businesses the ability to be accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. Find out more at www.endeavor.com, sponsors of our halftime show. Really cool to be able to visit with a sheriff, very good friend of mine for over 30 years.
Well, it's neat to come back. I know this is an important community for you. I know being a Monrovia resident for so many years, and you have so many fond memories here, and just the friendships that you've been able to create, and then to come back and to be able to share at a location like this is just very special.
Well, I'm not saying it's a rivalry, but what was the first thing Shane Davis said to me when I walked in? Nice green shirt. You got on the wrong color, right? And South Putnam gets off to a good start. To start this second half as they find Zach Dorsett for the easy deuce. So let's go into the locker room. What does each coach need to focus on this half?
If you're Kevin Bradshaw, the biggest thing is take care of the ball. You had 10 turnovers. You slowed down a little bit in the second quarter, but take care of the basketball. If you're Kyle Swafford, just play with better basketball IQ. just understand what's happening, what's in front of you, and more importantly, make sure that Drew Hill stays on the floor.
Yeah, I was going to say a little controlled aggressiveness by Drew Hill to make sure that he doesn't pick up that third one anytime soon. They were fortunate that Jones and Gardner and Switzer and Branham able to pick up the scoring slack when he went out of the game with a couple of fouls very early on.
Well, just like, really how that first half was played, very, very tough, very, very hard. Kids are playing well. They're doing a great job trying to get the net down here. You want to make sure, there we go. But I thought it was very, very well played, and now I'm anxious to see which team in this first 3 minutes can try to kind of exert itself a little bit.
I like what Branham gave him in that first half. He could have easily been a double-digit scorer. He missed a lot of shots in the paint.
And a lot of good shots. And so now let's see if Bradshaw can heat up a little bit, or Hill, excuse me.
Hill faded just a little bit. Didn't go straight up on that jump shot. We had a good look at that from our end. Unforced error puts the ball into the hands of South Putnam. They bring it up in transition. Wyatt and Mullen's going to reset the offense now with a 4-point lead. Branham with an offensive foul.
Number 2.
I'm not sure that Kyle Swafford is going to endorse that call.
Move your feet, don't foul, don't reach. Yeah, it's so hard and so tempting that you want to reach. Just move and take an extra step.
Barnett gave him a bit of a boost at the end of quarter number 2.
He did.
Senior. Ray's a senior. Keaton's a senior. Holly and Mobley. So an experienced ball club for Kevin Bradshaw. Been in this system for a couple of years now. Nice step through scoop. But Aiden Ray couldn't get it to fall. Hill.
Nice
look. Branham closes in on double figures. He has 8 now. 31-25, 6-minute mark of the third quarter. They don't want this to get away. It gets up to double figures. That might be an issue. Kevin Bradshaw senses that and takes a timeout. We'll tell you Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. You can call them or contact them, www.endeavor.com, for more information.
It's a good timeout. I mean, again, you're down 6. You want to make sure this you stay within striking distance. You only come in averaging 46 points a game. So again, you alluded to it. Kyle Swafford's team gets up 10 points. I think it may be a tall task for the Eels to come back.
65-59, the win over Cascade on Tuesday night. They beat Northview 73-67, a big win. They went through a slide of 3 games. Park Heritage 63-59, lost to Sullivan 65-61, and then lost to Edgewood 59-35. That's Kyle Swafford's alma mater, by the way. He was really disappointed in the Park Heritage and Sullivan losses because they led those games late.
They're in the game. They didn't find a way to finish, but hopefully they grew and learned from that. And so in tonight's contest, and it looks like their last 2 contests, they found a way to finish.
Yeah, continue to grow into their roles, I think, over the last 7 or 8 ball games and get ready for the postseason in that regard. And quite frankly, you don't like injuries, but when you lose a primary player to foul trouble and he's going to spend extensive minutes on the bench, and then you lose a guy like Hiblin, as Dorsett makes the steal and gets the easy deuce for his 6th point, it forces other guys to get involved, and that builds your depth come tournament time.
And I thought that's exactly what happened in the second quarter, where I thought Branham was really special. I thought Fisher Jones came off the bench and gave him 3. I really like what Switzer did, and so you had players that stepped up when Hill got in foul trouble.
Hayden Holly just did something that I think that he needs to do more of. He has the ability to create and get to the bucket. And unfortunately for South Putnam, Drew Hill has just picked up his 3rd foul.
You're up 8. I'd almost think about sitting him.
Especially with the job you did with him on the bench.
Yes. You just got to have, again, you've got to understand where you are what's important, and it's more important for Hill to allow that shot to take place than to create that third foul.
You mentioned the free throw shooting woes earlier for Eminence, and those continue as they miss both opportunities there. And a foul on the rebound, I believe, is going to send the ball back the other way.
Yeah, I think that's Keaton with his second foul went over the back.
He may need some help. I mean, he's a little gimpy. Looks like he's favoring that right ankle. And they're going to bring Cole Webb into the ball game as he's going to go down. Cole Webb, the 5'8" senior, is going to come in. He gave them 5 points in the first half.
I love what Cole Webb did. He picked up a couple fouls, but boy, he attacked the rim, shot the ball well. What was a factor on both ends of the floor. So sub play has really, I think, been the biggest bonus by both teams tonight.
I'd say that if you're Kyle Swafford right now, you're most pleased with the boost that Branham has given you among the guys you needed to boost from.
I like his game. I like what he's done. He's in there again. Look at that hustle.
Yeah.
In general, just as we talked about that.
Tracks down his own miss. Can't get it to fall. They get another opportunity. Dorsett drives to the bucket. Foul on the floor. And they're just outworking Eminence on that end right now.
They are, and that's going to be a foul on Webb there. But if you're Kevin Bradshaw, you're not happy about that because that's, effort. It takes no athletic ability to give a great effort. And I think that's one of the things that right now there's more effort coming from the Eagles than from the Eels.
Deep three, yes. Smooth. At times, very smooth. That's 9 points for Drew Hill and bumps the lead up to 11, 36-25. Oh, nice head and shoulders move. A good fake, a good look away, and a good finish by Dylan Barnett.
Great job by Barnett, like Hill. Again, you talk about him being smooth. Again, let's see if that gets him going a little bit.
That may not get him back in it, but that was a very important bucket. That might have been a force by Drew Hill.
He was feeling good. They're up 9.
Hill with the steal, drives on Barnett, steps around him, throws it up off the glass and in. 11 points now for Drew Hill. Big turnover for Eminence. Back to an 11-point lead.
Up 11, you need an answer. Whoa, a little long.
Didn't get it. Threw up the air ball. Aiden Ray was wide open, and a jump ball on the weak side rebound. We'll ship it over to South Putnam. Switzer comes back. He will spell Dorsett. Dorsett with 6 points. Averages 4 points on the season.
Actually took out Bozell.
So Bozell will sit out.
Up at 11. This is a dangerous time here for the Eels. Got to find a way to create a stop and get the ball going down the hole.
4-minute mark of the third. Hill is feeling it. And a screen away from the ball. And that, quite frankly, is the call that got them in foul trouble in the first half, the first quarter against Cascade the other night.
Gotcha. And that again, you gotta stay put. I understand what Dorsett was doing. Just be patient and stay put.
Lead still 11, 38-27. Barnett playing pitch and catch. Ray.
Nice.
Splits the double team, dishes it off to Mobley, who will go to the free throw line.
It's number 4 on Drew Hill. He's got to come out now. As Kyle Swafford just kind of drops his head, he understands it again. There's no reason to swat at the ball. When you do that, that's an easy call for the official.
But you've got to take advantage of it by hitting your free throws.
Yeah.
Fisher Jones had a three-pointer in that first half. He will spell Drew Hill. And I don't think there's any way that Kyle Swafford would have guessed a couple of weeks ago that he would be in 2 games with Drew Hill on the bench and have a very good shot at winning them. As Eminence's woes from the free throw line continue as they miss both attempts. And a foul at the midcourt stripe committed by Cole Webb.
That's number 4 for Cole Webb. And again, you got to be able to move your feet, anticipation, and just you've got to be able to play without your hands on defense. Nice move.
Branham. It opened up. He decided to get rid of it instead. Dorsett entertains thoughts of a
Travel.
strong move, and he walked with the basketball. In transition, Aiden Ray draws the triple team, gets rid of Barnett. They're loading up the left side right now, and I'm sure Kevin Bradshaw is going to want them to reverse the basketball.
You've got to be able to have great spacing, and right now, that if you're Kevin Bradshaw, you may not be seeing that.
Scramble for the loose ball after the double team was split. Still bodies on the floor. And Eminence maintains the possession. Aiden Ray with a three, can't get it to fall. Weak side rebound comes down, and I believe Kyle Swafford.
Wyatt Switzer's down.
Yeah, Wyatt Switzer's down.
And
So.
in the scrum they had earlier, I think his guy's leg twisted a little bit. I think he's okay.
Got a good look at the athletic director, Shane Davis, who was quickly out there to make sure he was okay. So training staff will take over. And we cannot thank him enough
Boy,
for all
special.
of his hospitality.
Yep.
I mean, we get an advanced email with basically the run of show telling us what time the teams will get here, who's going to greet them, what time the anthems are, the starting lineups, and all of those things. Comes and checks on us 3 or 4 times during the night. Just a class act.
Yes, he does the little things right, and we appreciate it, and it shows.
So back to action now. South Putnam with the basketball. Branham for 3. Won't go. Dorsett taps it up, keeps it alive. Here comes Eminence in transition. Aiden Ray decides to let the traffic clear. Under 2.5 to play. 11-point advantage. Pretty good defense by Dorsett on the deny. They're trying to work on Mobley on the right block. Decide to reverse it instead. Barnett steps through, running one-hander, and got it to fall. 10 points in the ball game for Dylan Barnett.
Dylan Barnett has been fantastic. Comes in averaging 7 points a game. He really has upped his game tonight and given Kevin Bradshaw a lift offensively.
Under 2 minutes to play now, 38-29. South Putnam, 15-footer, left elbow, no good. Another good look by Austin Branham, would not fall. Barnett in transition to Ray. He'll fire a 3, can't get it to fall. Strong rebound on the weak side by Wyatt Mullen. He'll handle it in transition with 90 seconds left. Throw it up in traffic, can't get it to go. Dorsett with a rebound, and it rolls around and in.
8 for Dorsett, nice job.
40-29, South Putnam advantage, and a foul on the drive.
Dorsett, again, if you're out there watching, you take that big swing at the ball 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a foul. Go straight up and down and just be a little smarter on how you're trying to block a shot.
Bozell comes back in, and Dorsett will sit down with his 3rd personal foul. Lob it in. South Putnam's ready for it. They've had some success on that lob, and it's tied up on the attempted inbounds to Hayden Holly. It'll stay right here.
Hayden Holly, I like his explosiveness. He's got great hips, and I like his ability to take it off the floor.
I think he wants to go to work. Decides instead to flip it out to Cole Webb. Webb can't get it to fall. And there is Joel Mobley with the 2nd attempt for Eminence. Rebound that comes long off the backside and goes out of bounds. Back to South Putnam.
Both coaches have to be happy. Both teams are playing hard. They are, again, it may not always be the prettiest thing to look at, but they are playing hard. They're attacking. Again, both coaches have to be pleased with that.
11 points the lead. South Putnam can expand it here. Just like what Branham's done for them. They create, find, and Griffin Gardner down low, and he has 5.
Nice look, nice finish by Gardner.
Directing traffic is Hayden Holly. They need to get him on track down low.
Yeah, they do. Nice.
It's a good move. Can't get it to go, though. Joel Mobley with a good shot in the paint. Now, South Putnam can play for 1 here. 42-29, under 15 seconds to play in the quarter. Branham creates, goes to Gardner. Gardner at the 8.9 second mark draws the foul.
First foul on Hayden Holly. Might have taken that shot just a little quicker than Kyle Swafford wanted. But he's got to be happy with, again, the way his team has responded with foul trouble, especially on Drew Hill. He's got 4. Fisher Jones has 4.
And the injury to Jeremiah Hemlin. I mean, we don't want to belabor a point, but your 2 leading scorers essentially have been unavailable to you for most of this night for various reasons, and yet you still find yourself in front 42-29.
That's a huge credit to what Kyle Swafford does as a coach and the depth of these Eagles.
Time running down in the third quarter. Shot put up and the buzzer goes, and that is a nice boost to end the quarter for Aiden Ray. His first 3 of the ball game cuts the lead to 10 at 42-32. Did you know that ADP pays 1 in 6 Americans? And did you know that if you mention ISC, you can get the full range of ADP services free for 3 months? That's right. ISC and ADP have partnered to help your small business, and it's free for 3. Call Anthony Bennett, 317-427-8249. Email anthony.bennett@adp.com and mention ISC. Fourth quarter action when we come back.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today. It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
A busy weekend for the Eminence Eels. Victory College Prep is next. That's a conference game. Then they'll be at Greenwood Christian on the 27th. Then play Eminence, Kentucky on January the 28th. For Kyle Swafford in South Putnam, but Union Duggar coming up on January 21st. That's tomorrow night. Then the 27th, Providence Cristo Rey. That's what's next for these ball clubs as the second half of the season is underway. Girls tournament time coming up soon. They draw pairings on Sunday. Wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, if you're South Putnam, just be patient.
Like that?
Yes.
Cam Bozel for 3. 45-32. Barnett gets fouled. I like what he gives him.
He does. He is scrappy. I like how the senior plays. 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, but 5 assists on average. But I just like his ability, his vision, and ability to get himself into the right spot.
But again, they have to take advantage of these opportunities at the free throw line, which they haven't done a lot tonight. And those woes continue.
Comes in, Dylan does 56% from the line.
I mean, there comes a time when it's something you got to commit yourself to before or after practice. I mean, you know, there's only so much time in practice that coaches can devote to it. 11 points for him, 45-32, 12-point lead. It's a good move and a little too handsy with Hayden Holly out high. Checked the hip a little bit, got called for it.
His second foul, nice job though. I think it just keep attacking if you are South Putnam. And right now, I like what Kyle Swafford's done from the standpoint of Drew Hill's in foul trouble, so keep him on the bench unless you need him.
Developing that badly needed depth come tournament time.
Nice.
And that will help too. Wyatt Mullen has given him 3 points tonight. Some pretty solid play out of the 5'10 sophomore to make it 47-33. Deep three, no. All red shirts underneath. Cam Bozel clears it away.
Love it. That's the second time that we've seen the ball hit the ground, folks. When the ball hits the ground on a rebound. That is fantastic. Means you're doing your job.
Branham with a
Wow.
finish in double figures with 10.
Like his game. Like his game a lot.
I like his game too. Dylan Barnett.
It's going to be Branham's third foul. I like what Barnett's doing. He's attacking. You got Branham with 10 for the Eagles. You got Barnett 11 for the Eels. So a great backcourt duel.
Got that with a roll around and in. Leads the way with 12. That one rolls off the front, and it's controlled by Wyatt Mullen. Good hands by Barnett.
I think he stays here. But Barnett's there. He's contesting it. Last one to touch the ball.
49-34. 6:20 mark for the ball game. Little fadeaway kiss off the glass.
Like his game.
Branham heating up down
Like
the
it.
stretch. 12 points for him, and Kevin Bradshaw wants to talk things over. While he does, we'll tell you Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at www.endeavor.com for more information. You see just to the left of Kevin Bradshaw there, you see him with the glasses on. That's Jim Whitaker, longtime coach at Mooresville High School. He coached tennis, had a lot of success there. Won a lot of games as a basketball coach, was a longtime assistant there before he finally became the head coach. Spent some time as an assistant at Monrovia, and then joined Kevin Bradshaw here at Eminence. And a lot of wisdom there with Jim Whitaker.
Tell you, has to be thrilled to have Jim on staff, just to have somebody that he can bounce the ideas off of and really help teach and mold these Eminence Eels.
There's a good look at him. He has a seat on the bench. Guy won a lot of games. And that is immeasurable experience sitting next to Kevin Bradshaw.
Yes. Got to find a way to put the ball in the basket if you're Eminence, or just, again, you're running out of time, and just, again, you got to score the ball.
Well, when you get to what? I mean, you need to ideally be within 10 by the 3.5-minute mark, don't you?
Yes, and that's, the game becomes segmented so that you have it. Again, there's no 16-point play.
That deep three is a no-go. It hops off the back of the backboard and is kept alive, and South Putnam's able to start over. 51-34. And it looks like we might have a moving screen.
Yep, they caught that on. That is 4 on Gardner.
It's amazing to me, all the guys they have with 3 and 4 fouls, and yet not the double bonus yet.
No, they're not, and they're up by enough that it really is not going to cause too much of an effect on them.
Under 5.5 to play. South Putnam, just all of a sudden they've inched away.
Because it was very subtle, and again, that's something that I know bothers Kevin Bradshaw. But if I'm Kyle Swafford, I feel good because once again, you've been in foul trouble all game long. Your leading scorer's out. Our second leading scorer in Hiblin, and then Drew Hills played most of the game from the bench, and you're still up by 17.
After the steal in transition, Wyatt Mullen is rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. And he's good on that toss. I mean, just all of a sudden, you're looking at a 20-point margin here.
Yes.
Can't get that one to fall. It was 10 at the end of the quarter. It was 2 at halftime.
They just have done a great job of just kind of imposing their will. That's what I was curious, just to see who would come out and win the first couple minutes, and that was definitely South Putnam.
And Wyatt Switzer loses the handle in transition. 5 minutes to go in this one. South Putnam trying to go 2 games above 500. And I can tell you, folks, it's been a while since that's happened at South Putnam. Dorsett picks up the foul.
Well, you and I both know that Kyle Swafford can coach. He's won on the boys' side and the girls' side, and I like how he runs a program.
Well, Matt Pickerel was 5-19 after one season. Travis Turpin there one season was 2-13. Greg Dean was there for 6 seasons, was 6-19. Troy Burgess there for 3 years. Micah Elliott for 3 years. So some stability perhaps has finally arrived in the program at South Putnam.
Well, it's just hard on the kids, the continuity. It just takes a while to learn, what different coaches have different points. There was this great shot there from distance there by Switzer.
And he has 9 points, all on 3-pointers. I mentioned Troy Burgess. For a while he was head football coach and head basketball coach at South Putnam.
I did not know that.
I mean, that's a throwback. Once 50s, 60s, 70s, that might have happened. Maybe in the early 80s. But, man, can you imagine that nowadays?
No.
Great move.
Nice.
Great move by Aiden Ray. 5 points for him.
I like Aiden. He's been, again, I think he's been a solid player on both ends of the floor for Kevin Bradshaw.
Pretty good body control, and the layup thrown up a little too short by Wyatt Mullen. I think he expected more resistance than he got. Aiden Ray throws it up short, and Dorsett commits the foul.
He hits third. Nice job. I like Aiden Ray. I think he's done a nice job. The 6-foot senior comes in averaging about a little over 7 points a game, 4 rebounds and an assist. Only shoots 29% from the line.
Their free throw shooting has been a struggle tonight for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's been the difference in the basketball game, but it's had an impact for sure. That one's short. Look at that strong rebound.
Oh, I like.
And putback for Hayden Holly.
I like Holly's athleticism.
He's about at his average, which is 8.9. 3.5 to play. And Kyle Swafford is looking to get Drew Hill back into the ball game. He's going to take a timeout to help him do just that with 3.5 to play. Hoosier Basketball Magazine's 2022-2023 issue will likely be in a gym near you to close out this season. Please call 317-925-8200 to find out where you can purchase Hoosier Basketball Magazine, that legendary cover.
Love it as a kid. I'll always look forward to seeing who was going to be on the cover, who was what they said about our team, and just I think it's one of those great magazines that's been around for a long time, and it's still a very positive aspect of Indiana high school basketball.
Well, I mentioned that the relationship between Kyle Swafford and Kevin Bradshaw. He called Kevin Bradshaw a hard worker, great mind for the game, ideal temperament that resonates well with kids. Kyle Swafford said having Kevin Bradshaw as his JV coach for 4 years at Monrovia was a lot of fun. He said they became very close friends. He respects him, likes the type of person he is as a coach and as well as a friend. And he knew that it would be a tough contest for his ball club tonight.
And it has been. You talked about it, where we were at halftime, where we were at the end of 3. They just give South Putnam a lot of credit. They came out in the fourth quarter and really extended that lead, and the Eels have had very little answer here in the fourth quarter.
Defense is very disruptive.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I mean, they're contesting passes. I
Yep.
mean, when you get your hands on the basketball, you think you've got a good open look, and there's 3, 4, 5 people, shirts around you all the time. I mean, that second half defense really made it tough for Cascade to get into any rhythm the other night.
And they've done a nice job, they being South Putnam, of turning the ball over, are creating turnovers twice as much as what they've had.
Randall's come up big for them tonight.
Like his play.
He has 12 points. He gets right back into the scoring act. Drew Hill is at 13 points now, and his average is 16, and he has missed 3/4 of this game in foul trouble. Wide open 3. Can't get it to fall. Weak side rebound controlled by Joel Mobley. They go right back to Aiden Ray. This one from 12 won't go. Drew Hill with the weak side rebound says it's all mine. He'll dribble it up with 2.5 to go. Branham again. Decides to dish, and South Putnam's going to be patient. Branham lost the handle inside. Aiden Ray in transition. Good hustle play to get back and battle for the loose ball. Bodies all over the floor, and we got a held ball, alternating possession. It'll stay right here.
Nice hustle by both groups there. Big fan of what Hayden Holly's done all game long, and it's one of those things. Again, it's great to see both teams are still competing with 2:20-26 to play.
Holly forces his way into the paint, can't get it to fall. They've missed a lot of point-blank looks in the paint tonight.
Had some good looks. I think Kevin Brashaw's plan has been solid. They just have to execute and knock down a few shots.
Branham behind the back dribble creates some space, throws up the left-hander and got it to fall.
14 for the senior.
Average is 4.6, by the way, folks. That shot came up a little short by Aiden Ray, and Eminence is forcing it down the stretch. 21-point lead. Drew Hill, stop and go. Finger roll. Can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line.
He's athletic, folks. I like the way he plays. 6'1", just a junior. And Drew Hill, and again, he's a couple points away from his average. See if he can get closer with his free throws.
16 points and 5.5 rebounds in contest. Good. He has 14, joining Branham with 14, Dorsett with 8. About Switzer with 9 points off the bench on 3 threes.
He's done a great job giving a huge boost here, especially when Hill was in foul trouble.
Rebound to Wyatt Mullen, reverse layup, threw it up too strong. Weak side rebound by Hill. Battle for the loose ball, and what do we got? A foul the other way. Hayden Holly was doing everything he can to get everyone off of him, but finally the whistle bailed him out.
That's for Branham. Again, I think you told Kyle Swafford before the game that Hill's going to have 4, Fisher's going to have 4, Branham's going to have 4, Garner's going to have 4, and you're going to be up where he is right now at 22. I think he thought he would not believe that to be true.
Hayden Holly is at his average. He averages 8.9. He's good there. Maybe design a few more opportunities for him around the post. I mean, he's an awfully strong kid.
Yeah, at 6'4", he's got great size, nice length, does a nice job inside, but he just has some great explosive hops.
Moselle with a strong rebound will walk it up now with 90 seconds to play. Traffic control time, huh? Gives the crowd a chance to get out of here a little early. Branham was 16. I think Kyle Swafford's going to give him an attaboy when this is over.
He's got to be really proud of how the seniors responded, and especially with Hiblin not playing.
Well, that's the thing. That was his comment to me. He said, Hiblin's not available to us. Somebody's going to have to step up. And let's face it, Branham stepped up throughout. Zach Dorsett gave him 8 points. You know, Switzer gives him 9 points on 3 threes. Aiden Gray adds to the cause there with his 7th point. So it was several guys decided to take that next man up role for him.
Yeah, I think that's what Kyle Swafford will be the happiest with, is it wasn't just one. It was multiple players that really did a nice job of just coming in and giving them a spark.
Drew Hill called for the travel. 14 points for him, just off his average, but again, a good portion of this ball game was spent with him reduced to spectator status because of foul trouble. I like Barnett.
Ooh, nice play.
I do. 15 points for him. He's given Kevin Bradshaw a good game tonight. Quickly, the other way, Switzer throws it up in traffic and a foul.
That will be all there is for Hayden Holly tonight. That's his 5th foul, 9 points. He finishes with the 6'4" senior.
Jonathan Myers, a 6'3" freshman, comes into the ball game. Kyle Swafford's going to improve to 7-5. Kevin Bradshaw drops to 1-10. But some winnable games for these ball clubs down the stretch for both of them. Free throw is good. Wyatt Switzer in double figures with 10.
Averages 2.6 a game, comes in with 10.
That'll help that average.
Branham averages 4.6, has 16.
Huge.
Big performances.
Doing a nice job of tapping it out long and keeping it alive. Branham now with 30 seconds on the clock is probably going to look to burn some clock. Webb's not going to make that easy for him, though.
Yeah, there probably won't be another shot the rest of the game for South Putnam.
If that pressure defense keeps coming, there might be.
Yep.
That's usually the way a coach answers that. Branham's handled the ball so well tonight. I mean, he could have easily been in the 20s because he missed some point-blank looks, and that's going to do it. 63-44 is your final score. South Putnam, so the Eagles improved to 7-5, while the Eminence Eels fall to 1-10. Again, leading scorers, Austin Branham with 16, Drew Hill with 14, 10 for Wyatt Switzer off the bench. 4 points for Wyatt Mullen, 3 points for Cam Bozell, Fisher Jones with 3, and Griffin Gardner with 5. As far as the Eminence Eels, they were paced in scoring by Dylan Barnett with 15 points, 9 points in the ballgame for Hayden Holly, 7 points for Aiden Ray, 5 points for Cole Webb, 4 for Joel Mobley, and 4 for Evan Keaton. It was 18-15 South Putnam at the end of one, 27-25 at intermission. It was the third quarter in which things started to slip away as far as the Eminence Eels were concerned. They trailed by 10 at the end of quarter number 3, 42-32, and again a final score, 63-44. Coach, your thoughts on tonight's contest?
Well, it was a great job by Kyle Swafford and his kids of not panicking with Hibbling out. I thought he got some really key play from some of the seniors. Really happy for the job that he and his staff did. And if I'm Kevin Bradshaw, I'm happy my kids competed. Just came up a little short tonight.
Yeah, they did come up a little short for sure. And partner, one of the things that I'm most grateful for is the Greg Mash, Greg Regstraw, making it possible for me to be here with this outstanding crew from ISC Sports and Endeavor Communications. But when they said that we would have the chance to work together, we both pretty much jumped on it.
A lot of fun. It's just, again, it's great how this business has brought us together. It's great that we're able to be at a great venue like this place. It's one of the most iconic places we have in Indiana. Just kind of throws you back and takes you back to a better time, and it's really neat.
Our halftime guests tonight for the girls' game, which was won by South Putnam, by the way. Got to thank Coach Kyle Swafford. Congratulations to him on the win tonight. And also thanks to my very good friend, Morgan County Sheriff Rich Myers, for joining us at halftime of the boys' contest. A big thank you goes out to our staff and crew for providing great shots and graphics all throughout the course of the evening. Been a long day for them. And a longer one still, because somebody's got to take all of this apart and take it all back to headquarters. But we appreciate all the work that they do. And again, a big thank you, Coach. I want to give you one more opportunity to thank Shane Davis.
Well, Shane has just done things the right way, first class. All the attention to detail. Shane would be a pleasure to work for, and something that I think that Eminence is very, very lucky and fortunate to have him. So thank you, partner. Appreciate you.
We'll see you soon. For Lance Shive, this is Mark Jane. So long from the Eel Tank at Eminence High School.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today